Hello, friends. Welcome to another insightful session of our CIPU Leadership Dialogues under Confederation of Indian Private Universities. And today we are honored to have with us Professor Dr. Deepak Kumar Behera, Vice Chancellor of Kalinga Institute of Social Sciences, Bhubaneswar. So Dr. Deepak Kumar Behera hails from Sambalpur district in Odisha and is an internationally acclaimed anthropologist. Presently, he is serving as the Vice Chancellor of Kalinga Institute of Social Sciences, deemed to be a university. Prior to joining Kalinga, he served as the Vice Chancellor of Sambalpur University, then Berhampur University and Rajendra University. Professor Behera has the distinction of being the only academician from Odisha to become the Vice Chancellor of 4 different universities. Professor Behera has also been a recipient of the prestigious Sarat Chandra Roy Memorial Gold Medal by the Asiatic Society, Kolkata, and he has to his credit more than 120 research publications in reputed journals and edited volumes. He is the author or editor of 22 volumes, and his publications have appeared in reputed publishing companies such as Elsevier, Springer, Anthem, Pearson, and many more. And Professor Behera has also served as a member of the executive board of World Anthropology Association for 2 consecutive terms for a period of 1998 to 2009. And he is the founding chairman of the IUAES, International Commission on Anthropology of Children, Youth and Childhood. Was also a member of the Governing Council of Association of Indian Universities continuously for 3 consecutive terms, and is the General President of the newly formed Anthropology Association, titled United Indian Anthropology Forum, the most vibrant registered anthropological organization in India. A total number of 26 candidates have received their doctoral degree working under the supervision of Professor Dr. Deepak Kumar Behera. Thank you so much for taking time and for being with us here today, Dr. Behera. Thank you. So,
thank you.
Thank you. So without much ado, let me go to the questions directly. So in your view, what are the most significant challenges currently facing the higher education institutions globally, and how can these challenges be effectively addressed? Over to you.
Thank you very much, Karthik ji, and I think you are doing great job. Before I start answering the question, I think CIPU, Confederation of Indian Private University, and its senior functionaries, they deserve appreciation for taking this wonderful initiative, and I congratulate them, And your question, let me try to answer your question. In fact, the challenges are many. However, let me highlight some of the significant challenges in higher education institution globally and their effective solution. When I say effective, I mean possible solution. I'm not a magician, so I would try my best to, highlight some of the challenges. Number 1, accessibility and inclusivity. How do you ensure equal access to education for students from diverse background, including those with disability and from underprivileged community? This is a very important challenge, and the possible solution is to this challenge is like implementing scholarship program, improving digital accessibility, and maybe creating inclusive curriculum. So I think, because my answer would be short. So these are some of possible solution to the challenges I raised. The second challenge is integration of new age technology. This is a very vital point. How do we adapt to rapid technological advancement and integrate digital tools in teaching and administration? Administration is also very important here. So the solution is investing in robust IT infrastructure and then continuous professional development for faculty and fostering partnership with tech companies. Many times, in universities, higher education institutions, they don't invest in human resource. So I think this is a challenge, and I have already offered the possible solution. And third one is like financial sustainability. How do we manage rising operational cost while maintaining affordability for student, because student can't afford cost to, the rising cost. So the possible solution is diversifying revenue streams and optimizing resource allocation and utilization, and leveraging alumni network for, fundraising. So unless until you go for this, unless until you take this route, there would be it will still remain as a big challenge. So this is the possible solution. Fourth one is quality of education. That is also very important. How do you manage to maintain high education standard amidst, increasing student enrollment and diverse learning needs? The needs are diverse. So one important solution here is regularly updating curriculum, adopting then innovative teaching methods, and enhancing, faculty development program. You have to, address all these issues. Then that is this solution for quality, challenge for the quality of education. And globalization and internationalization is the next one. How do you compete on a global scale and attract international student? This is a major challenges, and especially for the private university. I would like to suggest here developing international partnership, what CIPU is aiming at, in near future, and offering, globally relevant programs and providing support service for international students. So if you do that, we would be able to attract overseas scholar. Then the next challenge is, this is not much discussed, but students' mental health. This is also, how do you address to the issue relating to mental health among students? You see, you might have noticed, many students are committing suicide and they are undergoing mental stress. So the best solution is to increase mental health resources, implementing, preventive programs. So we should sensitize them, foster a supportive and vibrant campus environment so that they feel vibrant and they don't go into depression. The next point that I would like to, next challenge that is on the, card, that is research funding. How do you secure sufficient funding for research and development activities? So this challenge can be effectively tackled or addressed by pursuing diverse funding sources. We have to locate them, and encouraging interdisciplinary research, which is the buzzword for NEP 2020, and promoting industry collaboration. Once we, that is the possible solution to address this challenge. And the next one is, regulatory compliance. Now, the ethical issues, how do you navigate complex and varying regulatory landscape across different regions? It is possible, this the solution is there. It is possible for higher education institution by staying updated on regulatory changes. So they should update their knowledge and investing in compliance management system and advocating for supportive policy. We have to make our policy supportive. Sometimes we don't make compliance, this regulatory compliance, and that is the point where we go wrong and wrong seriously. Then the next challenge is sustainability and environmental responsibility. How do you promote sustainability and shoulder up environmental protection responsibility? It is part of our institutional social responsibility. I always call it institutional social responsibility. And this is possible by implementing green campus initiative, integrating sustainability into the course curriculum and promoting research in environmental technologies. If we do that, probably this challenge can be addressed. And last but not the least, lifelong learning and skill development. How higher education institution would meet the demand for continuous education and skill enhancement in a rapid changing job market. So this is a challenge, and the possible solution is by offering flexible learning option, developing short-term certification programs, and partnership with industry to ensure curriculum relevance. The industry academia interface is very, very important. What CIPU is taking the initiative is that has been taken by CIPU. So educational institutions should develop partnership with the industry. So these are, some of the challenges and solution. I don't know whether I have addressed the whole thing. I tried my best, and thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Behera. So thanks for sharing those wonderful insights, and definitely addressing these issues is indeed crucial for the future of higher education. So moving on to my next question. Kalinga Institute of Social Sciences has made remarkable strides in providing education to tribal and marginalized communities. So could you share some of the unique strategies or initiatives that have contributed to this success, and how do you plan to further expand and enhance these efforts in the future?
Let me first share, convey the greetings of our honorable founder and greetings from Kalinga Institute of Social Sciences. We have some core values, and I would like to share those core values like compassion, empathy, humanism, then the art of giving. These are all core values, and our founder vision is like that: educate, enable, and empower. If it is a question of underprivileged children, you educate them, you enable them, and then you empower them. So you'll be happy to know that our institution is only 6-year-old, and recently we have been accredited with A grade by NAC. And we have received UNESCO recognition for our mother tongue-based multilingual education. And we have students from 64 tribes. In Odisha, we have 64 tribes, including 13 PVTG, that is particularly vulnerable tribal groups. And we have also students from neighboring states and Northeast India, And we have a concept like professor of practice. These professor of practice are from remote regions. They are Adivasi, and they are not they don't have high level of formal education. They are unlettered people, mostly unlettered people, but they have their expertise in their domain, and they command respect in their own locality. So they come and train our students in performing art, in fine art, and traditional craft. So there is a continuity between the tradition and also, we call it home away from home. We try to, revive those traditional craft, performing art, fine art in our campus. And also we call them traditional, our professor or, and we have also professor emeriti. We have 24 professor emeriti, that is plural of emeritus, and 13 of them are former or sitting vice chancellor. They're our modern, knowledge partner, and professor of practice, our traditional knowledge partner. And we have a tribal advisory council, this is also very, so I'm not a member. All the, Adivasi members from Adivasi community, they are the member. And, they are from different walks of life. Some of them are administrators, some of them are alumni, some of their parents, and they are very reputed person in their own field. So they sit, quarterly, they organize a meeting, and they are the watchdog of pluralistic tribal tradition. So they advise us, that is a non-statutory body, but they advise us what is wrong and right. And we honor all their suggestions. Then we have also established research here in the name of tribal freedom fighters and cultural heroes. So, we organize different tribal festival in our campus, and we follow a kind of integration approach. It is not like assimilation, total, isolation or assimilation approach. We don't want to see them growing like their ancestor in, in a forested region, or we don't want to assimilate completely, with the mainstream culture. So let them, maintain their culture, distinct identity, but let them take benefit with all central and state government initiative. And we also emphasize on employability by providing skill-built training program, through our training and placement cell. And we have also entrepreneurship development initiative. One is like Atmanirbharshil Janajati Yuva Udyami, that is self-reliant tribal youth entrepreneurs, So everyone will not be able to fetch a job. So we encourage and promote entrepreneurship initiative in our campus. So this students who are interested to be entrepreneur, we request them to go to their environment and do 3 different types of resource mapping: human resource mapping, then material resource mapping, and cultural resource mapping. And they come back and pitch their idea in our III, like Indigenous Innovation Incubator. And taking into consideration the forward-backward linkage and feasibility of the project, we try to undertake that entrepreneurial activities. And we have also integrated all the 17 SDGs, all the 17 goals, sustainable development goals into our course curriculum. And following the recommendation of NEP 2020, community engagement program is, we've been giving emphasis on community engagement program in partnership with local NGOs. And our students are our brand ambassador because they are from tribal areas, and they are the brand ambassador of our brand ambassador, and they work in their communities. And that is how we reach out to the tribal communities located in remote regions. And we have 7 schools and 7 innovative research centers focusing on tribal culture and community dynamics also. We have signed MOUs various lead university across globe. Total number is more than 62 probably. It is more than 60. And we have an ethnobotanical garden. It's in fact a pedagogical tool. Student go there, the professor of practice will come and help the student in identifying different plants, and he will impart teaching. It's not like a regular professor. Our professor of practice imparts teaching there. And we have 272 indigenous research scholars, out of which 217 are drawing scholarship from central government, UGC fellowship, ICSSR fellowship, MOTA, Ministry of Tribal Affairs fellowship, like that. So, and we have implemented, NEP 2020, both at undergraduate and postgraduate program. So these are some of the initiative. And you also asked me about our future plan. Future plan, one is like strengthening our industry academia interface. The second one is focusing more on consolidation and less on expansion. This is period of consolidation. I think small is big and big is small. So we try to now consolidate, and then so we are now also promoting indigenous leadership development program. We want to make our student leaders in their community, so they can shoulder up responsibility. And we are now attaching more, emphasis on fast voice. I mean, autoethnography. This is something very new, innovative. So they go to their own community and do research, and that is the fast voice research and autoethnography. They do, community study and come out with a, ethnography, which is very useful. It's not outsider going to the community and doing a piece of research. And we try to empower tribal communities to culturally tenable intervention. Many times our intervention, so-called intervention, dislocate their cultural regulators, but we are very careful about that. And the last one, I would say, we focus more on research, publication, consultancy, and innovation. So as a new university, probably this is one of our gray area, and we have been working on this. So I think I have answered your question. I don't know.
Definitely, sir. Amazing. So thank you so much for shedding light on all these impactful initiatives at Kalinga. It's truly inspiring to hear about the transformative work being done in your university. So moving on to my final question. So with the rapid advancement of technology and the growing importance of digital literacy, so how do you see the role of technology evolving in higher education? So particularly in enhancing access and quality of education for the underprivileged communities?
Karthik ji, this is indeed a very interesting question. Technology can play a significant role in enhancing access and quality of education for underprivileged community. So, let me flag up some interesting point. Number one, increased accessibility to learning resources. For instance, digital platforms and online libraries provide access for a vast area of learning materials. So students from underprivileged community can access high quality educational resources without geographical limitation. As you know, our students have this geographical limitation, so they can overcome this through the digital platform and online libraries. Then affordable and flexible learning, the second point that I would like to make. Online courses, particularly massive open online courses, MOOCs, offer affordable education option. As a result, I think financial barriers are reduced and allowing students from low income background to pursue higher education. This is my second observation. Third one, personalized learning experiences. Adaptive learning technologies tailored educational content to individual learning's need and pace also. The pace is also very important. And, as a consequence, student receive customized support. The support is customized and enhancing understanding and retention of material is possible when you go for this, this particular route. And the fourth one, could be enhanced teacher training and support. I consider this one is also very important. So professional development platforms, it provides teachers with training on the latest educational new age technology, because new age technology, somewhere in passing I mentioned about the integration of new age technology into course curriculum. I consider that is very significant. And also teaching methods, then educators in underprivileged area can improve their teaching skill, leading to better student outcomes. Student outcomes, that is very important. So that is possible through enhanced teachers training and support. Then the next point is the remote learning opportunities. I consider this to be also important because virtual classroom and video conferencing tools enable remote learning. And student in rural and, remote areas can attend classes and interact with educators and peer without, needing to travel. I mean, they can't afford the cost of travel. So that is possible. And probably the next important point, the issue that I would like to flag up is digital literacy and skill development. In fact, technology integrates and now curriculum teaching essential digital skills. So students gain digital literacy, and I consider that which is crucial for modern jobs market, thus improving their employment prospect, because employment is very, very important. Whether our students have that employability, that is important. Then collaboration and networking is also another issue. So online forums, social media, and collaborative platforms, all those facilitate interaction and knowledge sharing among students and the educators. So underprivileged student can build networks and collaborate on projects, fostering a sense of community and support. This I consider. And another point that I would like to raise is access to global educational standard. This is important for students. Participant with international institution, partnership, with international institution and access to global educational content, in fact, elevate local educational standard. That is my kind of understanding. So students then receive a world-class education, making them more competitive, not locally, but globally. So one more point I would like to highlight, monitoring and support system, So learning analytics, I repeat, learning analytics track student progress and identify those at risk of falling behind, like the slow learners, So early intervention and targeted support help ensure that underprivileged students stay on track. They don't drop out, So that is, and the last but not the least, inclusive education solution. that is assistive technology. When I say assistive technology, like screen, readers, then voice recognition, support students with a disability, a student who are otherwise able, So education become more inclusive, ensuring that all students, regardless of their abilities or sociocultural background, get equal learning opportunity, which is very, very important as per NEP 2020. In fact, these are some of the points which I raise or discuss. In fact, highlights the transformative potential of technology in making higher education more accessible and of higher quality for underprivileged community.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. Behera, for sharing your valuable insights and experiences with us today. So your contributions to higher education and your innovative approaches at Kalinga Institute of Social Sciences are really commendable. And we are confident that your vision will continue to inspire and lead the way in transforming the education for all. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Yes,
And
Mr. Karthik, just I would like to say,
yeah.
one point that probably I forgot
No
to
problem. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
highlight. This is the educational leader of India can play a major role in the transformation of higher education in India. That's my,
Definitely.
I believe and I strongly believe. And I would like to congratulate you because CIPU and its leadership has been playing a significant role in achieving this goal. Thank you very much, Karthik ji, for providing me this platform to share some of my sketchy idea. And all the questions you raise are very important. I tried my best to answer those questions to my satisfaction, at least.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for joining us.
Namaskar.
Thank you.